Hi sa lahat ng bumubuo at miyembro ng God First Vloggers. Maraming salamat sa inyo sa patuloy niyong pagsuporta sa akin. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Ingat! God first!
Mayor of the City of Manila, Mayor Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso.
Thank you. Maupo. Please have a seat. Maupo po kayo. Palakpakan natin ulit yung koral. Ang galing. Sa ating pong pamunuan ng St. Paul at ating mga sisters, members of the faculty, department heads, teaching and non-teaching personnel, who joins. At saka sa ating mga gwapo at magaganda at magagaling na mag-aaral. Mga taga St. Paul talaga, may asim pa eh. Sa ating pong kapwa kawani ng pamahalang lungsod, mga department head, at higit sa lahat, mga kapwa ko halal ng bayan, ang ating Vice Mayor, Chia Chesa, at mga konsehal ng Maynila na naparito. To the diplomatic community, His Excellency Daniel Hernandez Joseph, Ambassador of United Mexican States to the Philippines. Buenos dias. We've been so many malas. But I'm happy seeing you today. Her Excellency Dr. Catherine McIntosh, Ambassador of New Zealand to the Philippines. His Excellency Jing Kwan, whom I met a few weeks ago. Thank you for your visit in Manila City Hall. We are very honored. He is the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Philippines. Mr. Y. Robert Ewing, Charge d'Affaires of the United States of America, the Embassy. I hope you will not leave Manila. We're always happy to host you, the Embassy. Been together for so long, especially in this day that we are commemorating our history. We have a long history of partnership. The national government, of course, the local government of Manila. Mr. Pedro Linas, Charge d'Affaires of Kingdom of Spain to the Philippines. Minister Ono Sho, Deputy Chief Mission of Japan to the Philippines. Ohayo gozaimasu. Mr. Nicholas K., Deputy Ambassador of Australia to the Philippines. Lieutenant Colonel Jason King, Defense Attaché of Canada to the Philippines. Ms. Carminda R. Arevalo, Executive Director, National Historic Commission. Major General Gregorio Hernandez, Philippine Navy Commander of NCRCOM. Armed Forces of the Philippines, Assistant Secretary Domingo C. Carbonell, Junior Deputy Administrator for Operation of the Philippines Veterans Affairs Office, who is our neighbor. Retired Major General Romeo D. Alamillo, President CEO of the Veterans Federation of the Philippines. Sister Maria Evangeline Anastasio, President of St. Paul University, Manila. Captain Alan C. Canaleja of the Philippine Navy. Our veterans who are with us today, the living witness of sacrifices and courage. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Kung hindi ko pa kayo nabati, binabati ko po kayong lahat. Magandang umaga po. Welcome to Manila. In the past, our forefathers would always say, Manila is the window of opportunity. It is the Paris of days, as they call it in the past. But after that incident in our history, it was turned down almost literally next to Warsaw with regard to physical destruction of our city. But we gather today not only to remember a date in history, but to stand on sacred ground. A place that sheltered civilians during the darkest days of the Battle of Manila. 88 years ago, the city was devastated, but it was also liberated. The cost was unimaginable. Lives lost. Families broken. A city reduced to rubble. And yet, from those ruins, Manila rose again. As I said before, there is no way but to go up. Opo, paniwala ko po yun talagang personal. Pag ikay sadsad na, niyawa ang Diyos. Patuloy ka lamang magsikap, but there's no way to go down, but to go up. And that happened to Manila. From the ravage of war, Manila rose, and doing so, showed the world what true resilience means. Resilience is not forgetting the pain. It is choosing to rebuild despite the pain. We remember today not to reopen wounds, but to learn, to heal, and to choose peace. Madalit salita para sa mga kabataang katulad ko na kasing idarang kong mag-aaral, move on na. Yes, we have to move on fast. Catch up, sort of saying. We do not forget, but we forgive. Alam po ninyo, in not forgetting, you will be reminded of what happened in the past. So that decisions that we're going to make today will be a great value and lesson of that story. We forgive because we are human being believing in God. Jesus said, we forgive. Kung ang Diyos nagpapatawad, mano pa ba tayong mga tao lamang? And that, I think it's very timely today to say my piece, why I have forgiven most politicians of Manila at yakapin sila kahit na masakit sa puso't isipan ang mga bagay na ginawa nila sa akin, sapagkat ang tao'y nagdesisyon na, nagpasya na, we move on to fulfill our obligation to the people. And we must work together. Laging ipinagpapaalala ng Panginoon ang kapatawaran sa kapwa. But also, by not forgetting, we can learn the mistakes of the past, not to do it again in a given situation. It is our North Star, those stories and mistakes. And also, at the same manner, on the other side of the river, their success will be our North Star also. Ano man ang ikinagaling na dapat nating gayahin upang ipagbuti ang katatayuan ng tao. Bakit ba hindi? Kaya po, again, we do not forget, but we forgive. Because that's what God asks us to do. Because in history, in conscience and faith demand of us. Memory without hatred. And this is nowadays. It is in our heart, in our mind. Keep on hating each other because of somebody doesn't believe in our arguments or beliefs also. But, everybody is entitled to their opinion. If you know how to respect such, then there will be peace in a classroom, in a community, institution, in the country and city. Memory without hatred is what allows nations and peoples to move forward together. We honor our veterans. Palakpakan po natin sila. They are the living witness to a history that is not distant. Their lives remind us that memories carries responsibility. Sususugan ko lang ho ito. Alam po ninyo, are we free today? Yes, we are. In fact, I am very proud that this country continue to practice democracy, where people choose their leader. We may agree and disagree to others, but kapag nanaig na ang boses ng tao, tayo'y magsama-sama. But freedom is not free. Hindi siya libre. May kaakibat siyang responsibilidad. You know why? Because these veterans, our veterans, paid, most of them, the ultimate price of our independence and freedom that we enjoy today. This is not only about World War II. This is also about our heroes. They are the modern heroes, but our forefathers, even 1500, started it. Ganun na katagal. Marami na nagbuwis. Yang mga utaw, o mga taong yaon, ipinagbayad ng pighati, pasakit, hirap, at even sukdulang pati buhay nila, inalay nila sa atin na siya namang tinatamasa natin bawat isa sa araw na ito at sa mga darating na araw. That's why, I don't know if you've been hearing me so many times, many times, almost every week in the Yormes Hour where I address the public, I always tell, lahat ng tao ay may responsibilidad sa kanyang sarili, sa kanyang pamilya, sa kanyang kapwa, sa kanyang pamayanan at sa kanyang bayan. Kaya po lagi kong hinikayat sapagkat kakailanganin ng bawat isa sa atin na tayo'y magtulong-tulong sapagkat at the end of the day, sa finals tayo rin ang magkikita-kita. Walang aasahan ang isa't isa, kundi tayo rin kapwa Pilipino. I'm happy with our friends, countries, nations, helping each other and helping us. Working hand in hand, economically, culturally, and all other things. But we as Filipino, we must love each other, not hate. Wala pong kakauwian ang pait sa buhay. Dahil ito'y magdudulot at magbubunga lamang ng pagkakainis, pagkakaaway-away. While we don't agree what happened in the recent months, we all agree, and those people must pay the price. But we, as people, as institutions, as locally, nationally, and internationally, we must, hinihikayat ko kayo, lalo't tanungin ninyo yung mga matatanda natin, tanungin nyo sila, madami na silang nakitang kasaysayan. At para bang nagpaikot-ikot lamang yung problema dati ay problema pa rin ngayon. And from this, that's why we have to move on, achieve, pick all those low-hanging fruit. But we continue to move on in a midterm, whether short-term or immediate, but definitely for the long-term development of our city and, of course, as a country. Because the threat we face today may no longer just be the bombs and bullets, but they are no less real. We see them in disasters made worse by the climate change. We see them in health emergencies that put our system to the test. We see them in disinformation, cyber threats that quietly weaken trust and divide societies. For the city like Manila, dense, coastal, and deeply interconnected, these risks are not abstract. They are part of our everyday governance. The lesson of the Battle of Manila is clear. No city survives alone. Resilience today is about readiness. It begins before a crisis strikes, when people are warned in time and the government knows how to act. Just as civilians once found refuge here, our people today must be able to rely on the government that is responsive and ready. This is not simply a matter of capacity. It is a matter of duty. The rebuilding of Manila after the war was not the work of one sector alone, or one institution, or one nation. It was a product of bayanihan, cooperation of local, national, and international partners in both private and public sectors. The same spirit of bayanihan is what we need today. Mas madalit salita para sa mga ATABs, collaboration. Collab tayo. Partners with allies and institutions. Shared responsibility for peace, safety, and development. We are honored to be joined today by the members of the diplomatic community. Your presence reminds us that after the war, cooperation helps cities rise again, and that even today, peace is sustained not by isolation, but by partnership. In facing modern risks, we continue to learn from one another, share experience, and act together when it matters most. Let me repeat what remains true then and now. Let us stop hating each other. Let us not divide our minds and hearts as Filipinos. Alang pupuntahan ang toxic na buhay. positive, good vibes, and continue to fulfill your visions and aspirations in life, even your dreams. Mga kababayan, mga batang Maynila, mga guro, institusyon, ahensya ng pamalang nasyonal at lokal. Kami po sa lungsod ng Maynila, ang ating diplomatic community ay malugod at mainit at lalo sa araw-araw, welcome po kayo sa lungsod ng Maynila. Mga kababayan, there is so many challenges as a city like Manila. Old, but we're proud of it. If you want beautiful buildings, architecture, go to Ortigas, Pasig. Go to BGC, Taguig. Go to Makati. They have all the beautiful buildings there, but they don't have a story. There is no soul. Here in Manila, we are old, but we have a lot of story to tell. And in Manila, most of Filipinos has a story to tell, one way or another. So while it is old, the least thing that we can do for the people of Manila and to those people who will come in and out of Manila every day ay gawin itong maaliwalas at panatag ang pamumuhay. At the very least that we can give to the people. But I humbly seeking your help. I alone cannot do it. I cannot do it alone. That's why, buong kababaang loob sa bawat isa sa inyo na naparito, tulungan niyo po ako. Ang sukli ko naman, magbubuti ako. Magiging mainam ako. Magiging may epesyente ako. Kulang ang araw ay gagawin kong araw. Ang gabi, gagawin ko pa rin araw. Mapaglingkuran ko lang kayo ng maayos. That's why, very timely today, again and again, help me build, rebuild, make Manila prosperous, because with your help, all of us here together, we can make Manila great again. Magandang umaga at pagpalain nawa kayo ng Pong May Kapal. Manila!
May bayad ba subscription? Wala, di ba?
First, thank you.
Click the button, subscribe, then click all.